First of all, you took over after this calamitous error, particularly on the glacier, but do you apologise for it on behalf of the IPCC?
That's right. I became co-chair of Working Group 2 of the IPCC in late 2008. When the IPCC learned that there was a problem with the estimate of the disappearance rate of Himalayan glaciers, we looked at it very carefully and came out with a statement indicating that the report was incorrect on that as quickly as we could.
Tomorrow morning, though, in the Guardian newspaper, on its front page, your boss, Bachenda Pachari, says, "I will not say sorry for the glacier error." Will you say sorry? Should he say sorry?
The thing that's important to remember about the IPCC assessments is that they're the most ambitious, thorough, and successful science assessments that have ever been undertaken on any issue. They involve thousands of scientists, more than 2,000 reviewers, more than 90,000 review comments, a massive body of information. We try to strive for a standard of zero mistakes, and we have been overwhelmingly successful, but there are some mistakes that creep in. We regret those deeply.
You do regret those deeply. If I could just come round to Professor Roger Pielke now. You specialise in the science of disasters. So basically, you know, the increasing economic cost against, you know, the severity of weather disasters. But you were misrepresented. What happened? What were the consequences of that?
Well, I'm one of the scholars who does fundamental research that the IPCC cites in its reports. So it was with some surprise I saw in its most recent report that it had a graph showing a relationship between increasing temperatures and the increasing cost of damages. That's surprising because there's no evidence in the literature to suggest that that relationship exists. Even more troubling, one of the expert reviewers for the IPCC asked the IPCC to check with me to see what my views were on this relationship. The IPCC responded that they thought I had changed my mind on this topic. Not only is that untrue, but I was never contacted by the IPCC.
I presume that's professionally damaging, potentially, for you.
It's professionally damaging, but more importantly, it's misleading to policymakers.
Okay. Here we have two things now. We have, let's say, the glacier thing. It goes from 35 years to nearly 300 years. And we have a misleading information for policymakers. And the professor, the specialist here, saying that the IPCC did not take his objections seriously. That's two major blunders.
You know, the glacier issue is a blunder. The issue with the cost of disasters is much more nuanced, as Roger knows. First of all, if you read the section in the report, you'll see that it indicates very clearly that the overwhelming driver of trends in disasters has been the increasing value of assets at risk. And the chapter concludes that there's one study that's indicated that there is a trend through time, and that the evidence for that is equivocal, that if you take out Chinese floods or if you take out hurricanes in the United States, the effect goes away.
This is the problem.
The goal of the IPCC is to provide a very nuanced, balanced view. And the
but
thing
if it's wrong, if it's the wrong view, and Roger Pielke says it's the wrong view, that's damaging to policymakers.
The problem is that if the IPCC continues to defend the indefensible and not allow people to respond, it's only going to make things worse. This is not a nuanced topic. There's no ambiguity here. Anyone who takes a look at the literature, at what the IPCC does, it's not ambiguous.
Roger Pielke, what do you say to the criticism in the film there, that basically the criticism of the IPCC is designed to undermine it?
The best defense for the IPCC is to be accurate and to accurately reflect the scientific literature. There's no better defense than that.